name is Cheryl Cartwright, and I'm the Library Media Specialist at Greensview Elementary School in Upper Arlington City Schools.
Why did you become a school librarian?
Oh my, it's a bit of a longer story than usual. I was a library geek from the get-go. As a little kid, my mom took me to the library all the time. One of those annoying children that when the teacher would read a story, I'd pipe up and say, "My mom's already read that to me." So, long-time library user. In elementary, I was a library volunteer. In junior high, I was a library volunteer. Libraries have always been a part of my life. But when it was time to make a decision in college, my folks said, well, you got to have a marketable skill. It's going to be either engineering or business. So I have a BS in business administration, which I did for a number of years, happily. And fast forward, when my oldest was heading off to elementary school and I got the form home from the school, what do you want to do as a volunteer to support your school? I remember filling out the form and saying, I want to work in the school library. Please don't put me in the school store or in the cafeteria. I only want to work in the library. And lo and behold, they put me in the library, which I loved helping. But then as I would be there and watch the school librarian do her thing, I would think, oh, I could do that. That looks fun. I could probably do it better than she does it. And so I started to explore going back to school, and turned out that the program at Ohio Dominican to get my library media certification worked the best with being a mom and all my other responsibilities, and I happily went back to school, and here I am 21 years later, library media specialist at Greensview, and I love it.
Who or what has influenced you in the profession?
Oh my goodness, there's so many people. When I think back to my time at Ohio Dominican, Tina Butler, who was the head of the program there, absolutely fabulous. So much encouragement. Even now, I think back to the things Tina taught me. In the OELMA program, oh my goodness, these people have been with me from the very beginning. Liz Deskin, Sue Ellen Stott, Linda Cornett, people who were influential, who basically tucked me under their wings and gave me advice and had me student teach or hang out in the libraries. OELMA, the women there, they have been supportive all along.
What do you love about being a school librarian?
I love everything about being a school librarian. Academically, I love working with the students and teaching them those important information and media literacy skills. I love working with the kids in technology. I like planting those seeds on how to be a critical thinker at these early stages in kindergarten through 5th grade, knowing that when the kids head off to middle and high school and college, and even when they're adults, that the skills that I started to build here in elementary school, they're lifelong skills, and they will be with these children for the rest of their lives.
How do you feel about the role of the school librarian in education today, and how are you filling that role?
Oh, the role of the school librarian today with all the media and information literacy, we are so critically important. Classroom teachers can only do so much. They have an emphasis upon content. The classroom teachers can only do so much. The library media specialist, our program, fills in all those little pieces that the classroom teachers miss out on.
Why do you belong to OELMA, and will you continue to be a member?
I have been part of OELMA since I was at the program at Ohio Dominican 24 years ago. And I will be a member of OELMA as long as I'm a practicing librarian, and hopefully when I'm retired too. It has been there for me from the very beginning, and I want to be there for the next group coming up.
Is there anything you'd like to add at the finish here?
Thank you for this chance to talk about what I care about so passionately. Thank you for this opportunity to let others know what I do, and thank you for this great honor.
Hi, I'm Catherine. I'm now a 7th grader at Hastings Middle School. But when I was in elementary school at Greensview Elementary, I remember always, whenever I went to the library, I didn't really know what I was gonna get as a book, and Mrs. Cartwright always helps me find what to read, and most of the time I loved the book. Mrs. Cartwright always helped each class with the projects that we were doing. Like if we had to do any research or if we needed to do something on the computer, she always helped us and like helped us figure out what we were supposed to be doing. Mrs. Cartwright, she always like right because it was just so much fun to see Mrs. Cartwright there, and like she just was always made me feel like really happy, and it was so much fun to go to the library and get all the books and I don't know everything.
Hi, I'm Nora. I'm Catherine's sister, and younger sister, and I go to Greenfield Elementary right now. And some of my favorite parts about the library are that whenever I go, I always can find the books that I like because the library is organized. And I really like how it's organized. And I also like Mrs. Cartwright a lot because when she reads us books, she always uses lots of expression, and she also teaches us how to use the expression. And also, I also like how she organizes author visits at the school. And so we can listen to other authors too. And I also like how she always helps us with projects, like Catherine said. And from when I was doing the green screen project in first grade to in third grade when we used Beanie Babies to make digital stories. And Mrs. Cartwright was always there for